Welcome back to what is going to be the finale for my Avowed playthrough. I thought I had one more, but it was only a 20-minute video of the end, so I'm going to add it with this one. Hope y'all have been enjoying my playthrough as we finish it up here. Enjoy the video.
I stand corrected.
So we're in the garden now, and as you see in my quests on the left, we're trying to find Sapadal.
Nice of someone to mark that spot for us.
That's it. The heart of the garden. Sapadal's cage. Let's finish this. Enemy to the right.
They say, eat it.
Not bad, envoy.
Everyone okay?
Ready, aim.
Don't see a...
Don't look down.
I see the disciple has found his way into the cell.
No. Clarion Steel. We know this voice. Why is she here?
I'm everywhere my tools have mouths to speak.
Out.
Look at this place. Can you even begin to grasp the forces that you tamper with? Apparently, I must. The situation. Do you think you're special? With your... Do you believe you can hold dominion when even the collective fury of the real gods could only confine the sniveling creature to this wasteland? Who else would have the strength?
It is true. She twists the knife. The seas run red.
In time, the gods felt the wretched powers seeping. Its madness would consume us all if it was not. Chaos threatens us all. A pity that it's fun. Of course, the poor godless, worshipping the very thing we could not excise the rot and spit. You know the trials of battle. My tools barely touch them. Your tyrant bird.
We moved the earth and sky to stop her. We did not mean this.
Listen to its tantrum. It knows neither or. Adir is the only thing holding back the tide of entry. Then they will keep applying the rod until... But there is still time. You can succeed. Well, face your false god and end its reign of terror. Very well. I cannot force a child, but I will not stand by and you should have thought more carefully. Let this be a...
Never understood Wodika's appeal. Still don't.
That's it. From now on, I pray to no god. That's done? Who's hungry?
The garden has a bunch of these mini-bosses to fight, and these things are not joke, so we'll see what happens.
I got this!
Perk up, Envoy. Nice shot!
What is that? I know that place, right? Well, that was... Oh no. No. Why is this? They're dead. Like it just happened. Like I remember.
This is the moment I found you, bundled and crying, while our parents died.
Giatta.
I am dead, Giatta, from the Dream Scourge. We are in the garden. As strange as this seems, it is normal here. What I am now is much better than what I was becoming then. That much is certain.
Oh, I have faced this already. Why force me to do it again? Then for the god's sake, what is it?
You know where we are. This is my memory. When everyone died, and how much of this do you remember? I can't...
We dealt with Razvan.
Sapadal wants to understand. They know your envoy very well.
I have what I need.
Then maybe it was I who needed to speak with my Giatta. Even when we were children, you kept me alive. First by... when you left Solace. It was like I
know. And I'm not...
You've always done everything you could to survive. It's time for you to learn how to live.
So, what do we do now?
I feel strongly that there's nothing left to...
Easier said than accepted, Giatta. We've both been through so much.
A fine way. I see it too. You've come a long way from that...
That was you, Nimdut. Look at my feet.
Get out of here. Hike up your waistline and...
Well, it was... good to see you, Giatta. Even with all this.
Take care of my little friend, Envoy. He needs you more than he'll say.
On your right!
No one was left to clean up the battlefield.
We've got company!
East ahead. Mazan Sude.
Gather round! Never had a chance.
I was worried for a second. Little power goes a long way. I recognize this. It belongs to Tama.
You seeing this too? No. No. This room. It looks just like Tama's. Tama. No. I dealt with this. We stood at his memorial together. What is this, Envoy? This is your God's prison, not mine. Before we visited his memorial, yes. But I thought I'd broken free. I can't focus on his face. His features keep blurring. As long as we're both seeing the floating islands and the ghostly tree, I can't blame, to be honest. Now, I know it's him, but I don't recognize him as the Tama I knew. It's like he keeps changing in front of me. Does that make sense? That's the problem. I used to remember his face so clearly. He was in pain, but I did. Sounds downright selfish, but this time, everything from the... He's almost... Yeah, all this time I kept him frozen in his worst, but now that I see him it's like he's free of that. You're right. It's like you said. I won't make that mistake again. And we've got four. But you made... So whatever comes... Now let's go. I suspect you're... Let's end this.
Charge it up. Just a little spark.
Here it comes.
Another win, but who's counting?
Coming in hot.
Charge it up. Spark. A little power goes a long way. Charge it up. Little power goes a long way.
Incredible.
I should have brought my sketchbook.
What as the afflicted threatens our heart? Hurry! Your presence relieves us.
Just a little spark. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Or am I going mad? Can't we take a closer look? Please?
I'm here talking to dead people. I've heard about the garden all my life. And, thanks to you, I think I will say it's not really... No, I was thinking more in terms of hunting for wild game and peeing on Kai to put the fires out. It's been a bit of a ride, Envoy. I feel like it's coming to... I don't know. Maybe the unexpected isn't so bad after all. Yeah, quick note. If you tell any of the others I said... Anyway. Pleasant dreams.
When you find Sapadal, I hope you tell him how much I love what they've done with... I'm a man of hidden depths. What's not to... Besides, as divine prisons... True enough. One judge it... Uh-huh. I've heard that one before. Usually before a lot of tears, a lot of drinks, and a lot of... Still, you taught me that a person can grow beyond their flaws. I hope you're right. You know, if... But no, I guess we've all got it. And I don't... But... I hate to burst your bubble, but I don't see how that... While we're tracking down... Yeah, you've got bigger things on your mind. If and... I admire your principles, but don't underestimate... Look, I've been there. But I... Anytime. Good night, On.
Marius, dear. How are you feeling?
A breath held. The bars were not enough. Only essence sustained. We won. We did not foresee this. A debt of knowledge. We concede. The sky is green. The fish... No, we must recall, plumb the depths of our... We would run, roll with the tide, sink our... Whisper in the fields, lift the hills gently in our hands. Disturb the dirt, but spare the blooms. Shake the roots slowly. Vengeance denied, squandered. This cannot be. We spoke of flowers. We speak of freedom when the hand still clasps around our throat. Wake now. Find us.
What is the meaning of... It can't be real. This is an illusion. The past coming... Why am I cursed to see this again? They have a sick set. Whoever is responsible, I'm tired of the bullshit.
Godlike of Sapadal, long have we awaited you.
Finally, you've come home.
This is almost as bad as Ringram's creepy sculptures.
How?
Giatta Castel.
Wait, you know me?
For centuries, our whispers filled the silence. Then
My mother?
She reached out to us. You...
But that would have been years ago. The first time she...
we heard, and Sapadal answered, saying in a great voice, "We are here. You have found us."
But when Sapadal speaks, the living lands trembles. The voice of a god can be a terrible thing.
No. What exactly happened to my parents?
Sapadal wanted to be heard, and in so doing, twisted your family in body and soul, broke them into a more suitable...
Sapadal does not know the limits of their...
Mistakes were made? Do you have any idea what my life has been since your little
After the incident, your parents were like us, and we took pity, so we helped...
In the end, they thought only of you.
That's it. That's really it. The answer I've been searching for. I know they are. My mother and father would not have wanted this. A good animancer embraces death.
We are companions. Toys.
I can't believe it never occurred to me. They're animats. Their design is unusual. All this time, your god has been making imaginary friends. Drawing pictures on the walls of their cell. It's almost too sad to imagine. I don't hold you responsible. Your god has the intelligence of a scatterbrained goat. But that isn't their fault. One final question, spirits. What is this? What is...
That's...
We want to apologize on Sapadal's behalf.
They want to apologize. I came to... Shit. This is going to hurt. Sapadal has been trapped here for millennia. Alone. Confused. Screaming into the void for anyone when they heard the voice of a stranger. How can I hold that against you? Apology accepted.
Thank you, Giatta. And thank you, Godlike.
The time has come for you. May the living lands receive you.
Goodbye.
This feels like one of those times when getting answers doesn't mean getting closure.
That was a close one.
We have been here. We were here. All the shale rises to smother us. We feel no spark of the we cannot see it through their eyes. We slumber here, alone. Still wings. They took it. Giatta ripped from their beds, rivers of blood. What was their crime? Now our memory, they came suddenly. The stillness of night split by grinding steel. A chill in our spine. First, they blinded us. Then, they burned. Smoke ensnared the moonlight. The Giatta screamed. No, we saw a terrible design in the... They had carved a path to the temple. Prune the branch, 3 grow in its place. We persisted, we were everywhere. How could they cull the... Then... They toppled the statues. They set the libraries ablaze. They could not destroy us. They would destroy... The Giatta howled. They died. We broke the earth. Called, but they marched on. Our flailing smothered the cries. Were they theirs? Ours? Then they raised machines. We tried to tear down the garden's walls. Then... nothing. We floated in a great glass eye. The fog closed in on us. We could not feel the new day's sun. The cities crumbled. We could not save them. We could not save ourselves. Extinction bought with blood. The victor rides with the act. We watched helplessly for aeons until... a chill wind. Our branches, the wound numbs now. In the silence of our how many voices we sink into the end. We are the rain, the swaying grass. We speak, though we are bound. Soil stirs. You opened the final. You listen. You stand at a cliff now. We twine together. We...
Show me what you got!
Say, ease ahead. Masan Sude.
My turn.
Come on!
One for us.
Let's... No time to waste. We need to find your god. everyone.
This is the library from my dreams. It's real? Look at all these tablets. Actual written records. Oh, somebody pinch me. And there's even some wine to read with. Oh, whoever was here last, I would have gotten along well with them. This looks like the Akita building this place. Clearly they wanted... Envoy? This is a godless library. It's why I study the godless. Because this place... And that's the... Must you always default to military tactics? Finally, you've arrived. Wait. Oh, though...
The resemblance.
It has been quite some time. Of course. You are an ancestor? A very fashionable one at that. No, child. We are the keeper of these tablets. Or have you already forgot? Oh, of course. I was you in a past life. Oh, I'm such a fool. You lived with animancers, and yet the idea of awakening to your past lives never entered your mind.
Few can bear the mental and spiritual strain of an awakening. As often as not, it leads to madness.
Oh, darling, you know how I get around all the metaphysical talk.
That's why I'm here, remember?
Was the last of the Akita. Once the attacks started, a few of us were charged with preserving as much of our history. So we were treated with as The attacks? The Magfolk attacks. Yes, we've... heard... Yes. Your monstrous gods, who bought their divinity with blood and the souls. They tried to butcher every last one. Must it always be literal? Oh, if all the Akidans outside were with you, you would have heard them as they were killed. But how did the They didn't. Between the screams of my kin being slaughtered and the screech... That's the screeching I heard in my dream, Envoy. Once it was gone, there was nothing left. So I decided on another way. One that wouldn't... Poison? Well... At least you washed it down with some good wine. You're not helping, Envoy. Yatsli, you know what you must do now. I abandoned my duty to protect our history. Someone must tell the story of the Akita. And there... I'm already an expert. What more do you... Oh, think about it, Yatsli. You have... I couldn't ask for... But that was... Yatsli. If you... The stories of the Akita will turn to... Just as the burned queen wanted all along. When she sent her magfolk to choke the life from us. This is all... I'm already intrigued. I'm so glad that one of Sapadal's chosen stands with you, Yatsli. Our time is at an end, Yatsli. It's time for me to go. Wait! I've not even asked you any questions! Tell me, oh! Unfortunately, you must keep Yatsli alive. So this is goodbye. Choose well, Yatsli. Forgive me, Envoy, but
What do you think happens if we die in the garden?
charge it up.
starting to think these people killed themselves off.
Little power goes a long way. Just a little spark.
We survived. Somehow. If you don't mind, I need to catch my breath. Sapadal's prison, I think. What else could it be? Time to shut it down forever.
Let's look around. There's got to be a mechanism somewhere around here.
Protect the envoy!
I was just getting warmed up.
Gods. Just imagine what an animancer could accomplish here. It reminds me of the phantasmal focus. But more. So much more.
Just look at this. I've never felt so small before.
shooting, Kai. With that thing. It's a mind of its own.
I never knew I wanted to see something so bad.
Let's finish this. This is how you imprison a god.
Keep your guard up. We gotta live to tell this tale.
You're mine now! Ready for more.
Thank you for facing that with me. I've sailed halfway across the world. I've never seen anything like this.
You are so small. Then steps. A voice. Through armies and corrupted. Now. It is real enough to hold us. We were innocent once, but the other gods imprisoned us. But you are here now. There is little time. The Strangler is close now. She begs for our blood. Her wolves defile the city on the shore. The prey flees, hides. The people's cries ring in our ears. She pierces us now. Now, we will not brook this. A spark. Wait. You can reach her. Will the garden to open. Breathe. Focus. We were everything. What have we lost? What multitudes could we contain? We could run, leap. We mourn our past. We only seek peace now. A chance to regrow. We trust you. You met death, and you sought vengeance. Aid. We thought that was what you taught us. That compassion. Give us peace. We want a chance to change. We deserve that all. Do you think we have learned? We deserve more. Or do you have no more mercy for us than you did for the bear? Yes. The time has end all. Give us peace. Center, you clear the fog. We were so blind. We feel we will grow. We...
Andra's depths. Are we back in Dawnshore? Already?
This is Sapadal's doing. I'm certain of it. No power enable. What happened to the living land started long ago.
Ah. Are you seeing this? I don't think Paradis...
Looks like the war already started.
Marius, vines don't usually get...
Based on their growth and size, I'd say we've been gone 2 or 3 weeks.
Hey, at least you didn't let 6 years go by.
It's like how a body fights an infection.
Look at this place. Those are more your people's ships in the harbor. And Steel Garrote...
Even Raingrim is here. Perhaps we'll get to see an Archmage in action.
The Blessed Day Wardens are here too.
Always better than the reverse.
The Steel Garrote...
Before we go, what happened?
I'm not sure. That's...
It's a relief that the Dream Scourge won't be a problem. I only hope time will tell.
After all this time, there's...
We've cured the land, and we've even freed a caged god. All in all...
Kin and God entwine. The flower shades.
We should take a look. See if we can get ahead of whatever's...
People seem...
Sansa. How did you... They marched in with no warning. Envoy! What does the Garrote think they're... It's an outrage. They broke some glass. They didn't think I was...
Right now?
If you're looking for survivors.
How many?
I'm not sure. I saw Sapiento. I am so...
We should move. Let's hope the Garrote
Envoy, wait! Before you go, I took some supplies when I... leave... Envoy!
Why is there snow here?
That's gotta be greenhouse. I heard the envoy. Is that you? Envoy, how did you... I don't know.
It's great to see you again, but where the fuck did you come from?
You just appeared out of no...
Eh, close enough.
Once word about Paradis reached us, we were allowed to go.
That's not important.
Right. Forgive me, envoy. I won't keep you long. As much as you can.
I'm holding you to your word.
Understood. This... You said it. Anyway. Talk to you later, envoy.
Truly. Hopefully those in Solace Keep will choose their leaders with more care in the future. But we should check on Marius. Lovely. I do not... Meeting that count... Well, if you're at Barrett's balls... Oh, come on. How can I... Sweet dreams on...
All this time, I thought my parents died in a freak accident. And in a way, they did. Generous? Perhaps. This whole experience has me considering. Look at what my mother accomplished. When you speak to a god, it's nothing. Barely a reflex. But for the rest of us, it's unimaginable. No anima. I thought their legacy was a curse, and I could only break it by completing their work. I suppose I have been all this. One thing is certain. I wanted to tame the spirit of the living lands. They probably won't even notice me. But I believe the power. Through animancy, we could. Then again, who am I to. Sapadal is. On the other hand, I think I know what I want. Of course you trust me, but we've been together long enough that I value. I have a lot of catching up to do, and plenty of room to. So be it. I knew they would be. And now I just have to decide which field of research to pursue. I've only got one lifetime as. Hey, you help.
Giatta's parents would be proud. And maybe.
So, here we are. First, I know you speak from metaphysically, the battle is already, but politically, we have a small. I intend to send a message to this. Anyway. Good advice. Besides, don't. If I must. You liberated the god. That's quite a gamble you. I admire you. If not for you, Sapadal would still be pacing their cage like a. Which means you have leverage over a god. That's a lot of responsibility. Sapadal's imprisonment shaped this island. Now that we cannot know of the living. For better or worse, maybe you'll find some. I hope you don't mind me bringing it up. You're too kind. I want you to know this has been an unforgettable experience. Until next. If I must.
We will. Don't mind if I do. There. These sudden change. Hard to keep up your routine, and I'll remember. Truly, I've got. In life, you make your own entertainment. Quilici and I got used to it after 30. Oh, she was still young. Quilici she was over day and night for months, and, well, all things considered. No, of course not. Like.
Right. How do you suggest?
You're too sweet. As much as I enjoy. Oh, but if you do end up finding. Always. Careful what you wish for. So, the godless, or the Aki, they arrived on the shores of a new land and said. You sound. Is this something Sapadal told you? The godless are so singular, but in their artwork, they reference escape. My guess, they originally came from. Yes, well, a continent, cut off from the rest of the world, hidden by eternal storm. 10 years ago, you could say it wasn't real, that it was suddenly, the appearance of a mythical land. There was some kind of schism. From what I can glean, the godless were staunchly against. There are even some. It seems like the godless really took their. I know. Well, rather. Hope you and. How can I. Don't let the bedbugs bite, dear. Careful what you. So, they are. Yet, there. You're right. But no one knew that. Now that we... Well... and the practical art... So, you'll be swarmed and here I thought I had a wild youth exploring ruins. You might be putting me to shame. Can we leave?
Yatsli, that's my surrogate father you're talking about? Spare my imagination, if you please.
Well, you've satisfied my curiosity. I'll leave you alone.
Hey, Giatta.
We will. Careful what you wish. So, the card. 10 years. Well, it's... yes. I help you. Careful what you wish for. You sound so... But... Yes. Don't... Sweet dreams, envoy.
So those green people...
Envoy? Is it really you?
When you didn't return, we took you for dead.
It's too preposterous to believe. How could a plague be ended by speaking with a god?
Everyone, please, please. We could get to the...
Sapadal was responsible for the Dream Scourge. Their rage, their...
So you say. But Shatterscarp is still littered with dream thralls, and Temerty is still pacing her room, muttering in the dark.
There won't be any new infections. We've put a stop to that for good. Unfortunately, there's little we can do for those already in the grip of the Dream Scourge. We can give them comfort. This will be a process. The Dream Scourge was never...
I suppose it stands to reason. I found that a quick fix... What of this god, then? Ludwine had intimated that this land grew a new god. But how can that be?
Giatta and I have some theories about the nature of the Adra in the living land.
I'd say we're
If the Adra here is a closed system, like a
much like the formation of gemstones.
Wodka no doubt saw Sapadal as a threat to her authority. So, she killed the godless and imprisoned their god.
I assume it is this god we have to thank for the roots tearing apart Paradis? They erupted from the earth the moment those bastards stood up their first siege tower.
Naku Tedek was riven with those things, not to mention what they did.
Similar roots had infected the structures at Naku Kubel. If they and the Dream Scourge were really the work of a god, and the gods thought it best to imprison this god.
Let's hope they don't decide to further amend themselves.
It was Adir's arrival that disturbed Sapadal. We'll have nothing to fear from this god once we expel you from our lands.
Having Sapadal at our beck and call might be to our advantage. I'd like...
Keeping watch over Sapadal was a sacred task Nanru gave us when he left. For that reason alone, my wardens owe them their allegiance.
Well, whatever happens, I suppose we can't put the godling back in the bottle now. But come, we have more pressing matters to attend to. The Steel Inquisitor Ludwine has already joined the battle. She must have traveled like the wind to get here.
You did. I kicked her corpse when you weren't looking.
Well, she's seen better days, but you wouldn't know it judging by how she fights.
Ludwine's run through the militia like a...
All right, let's keep the... Oh, cheer up. You wouldn't be the first to make that mistake. Might not be the last. So long as her passion for Wodica lives, so too will her spirit.
Then we destroy her faith, and the rest of her will follow. I have a theory about this. Let's talk at camp if you want to hear it. But I think we can kill her.
Oh, good. That would...
It is not, I think... Well, you might not believe me, but I didn't want any of this to happen. It was Ludwine who called.
I didn't hear an answer, Ambassador.
She and her steel garrote laid siege to the city. The lawful settlement of a new Adiran colony, or the establishment of a Wodican state. She could win with a godlike in her ranks. Your presence would serve as a... I don't think peace is her concern. Remember, she has an obligation to Wodica, a solemn, and neither the Steel Garrote nor the queen that was look kindly upon oathbreakers.
We've had no news from me. From what we can observe, southern Paradis is in pieces.
Is there nothing our people...
Given the state of our supply routes after the Dream Scourge, we expect the people trapped inside will run...
Thirdborn still suffers from the Dream Scourge. Though you may have ended the plague, Envoy, many in Shatterscarp still are not themselves. I could bring no more than a handful when we heard.
Likewise, my wardens are still reeling from effects of the eruption. The keep was saved, but there is much to repair. Most of my men remain at the keep. I can't risk them against the Steel Garrote for the sake of Paradis, not...
Well, it's been a point of debate. We can't agree on how to stand against the Steel Garrote.
There are too few of us to risk an
So you let the Paradis militia go it alone?
Even if our meager forces should make it inside.
The siege won't end until Ludwine does. And none of you know how to kill her.
Because a victory here would discourage resistance elsewhere. The better question is...
Excuse me? She's a 7-foot-tall skeleton powered by her devotion to the goddess of retribution. This isn't my fault.
Sure. Just blame the dead.
Who else should I blame exactly? Our envoy, perhaps? For not stopping Ludwig and...
You could start with blaming your own...
Ludwig's the muscle. I'm merely the personality. What was I supposed to do? Frown her into submission?
What good are you as a diplomat if you can't even keep your own beast under control?
The Inquisitor was so convinced the Living Lands would unite against Adir that she's nearly made it true. One people, one law, one true God. That's Ludwig's vision for the Living Lands. I've answered your questions. Now I would like you... Ludwig has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. He will send advisors and reinforce... What will his representatives find when they arrive? And before you face Ludwig, you should know what you're fighting for. But whatever you decide, understand, the days of the frontier are done. Adir... The Living Lands would retain its own laws under a grave appointed by the Emperor. The grave would be expected to promote and develop the Living Lands to our mutual benefit. They would divide the island into administrative districts and see them governed by mayors appointed from the local communities. The island would provide tribute in the form of resources and taxes, and in times of war, soldiers. The Empire, I should note, is nearly always at war. In return, the Living Lands would enter Adir's sphere of influence, and should outside nations attempt to invade, we would come to the Grave Room's aid.
Tribute, he says. Taxes. Soldiers. The Empire has tried it all before. Look to the Eastern Reach if you don't believe. They want to bleed us dry. To fill their coffers.
It's still a gamble, but I think it's the safest bet. We get the benefits of Imperial trade and protection without losing all of what makes this place special. There's no way of knowing what it would mean in another generation or two. But right now...
We were fine before Adir showed up, and we'll be fine when they're gone. Trust the lands and her people, Envoy.
If we give Adir power over us, we can't be surprised if they decide to flex it later.
Subtle, pernicious, cut the rot, yet the disease remains. Safety among spiders, a web gleaming with dew. They weave, they wait.
Of course. The Living Lands would become an extension of the Adiran Empire in leadership and law. Soldiers bearing the flag of Adir would be garrisoned in every town. They would be paid in Adiran shelling and speak only the Adiran language. Their roads would be smooth at our custom. Turned, this island would be safe for the first time in its history.
The traditions of solace are what give my wardens their strength. Without them, we would buckle under. I would sooner walk my people into the acid sea than trust.
The only threat I see on the horizon comes from Adir itself. You want me to thank this thief for protecting me from my They can't offer us anything we...
Under Adiran rule, your countrymen would strip my people of everything that makes them unique. I cannot betray them.
Of course. Well, don't...
A fine compromise.
So long as my wardens are left in peace, we will endure a grave room.
Thirdborn will support a grave room, unless the Empire inspires us to change our minds.
A grave room, then, if we must. And God's willing, Fjord will feed the world.
I do not trust your empire to show restraint in its control of the living lands. Gods help us.
We can worry about the future when it comes. This at least gives us the...
Right. Might as well go ahead and start designing those rebel flags sooner rather than later.
Good. We'll have perhaps a whole week of peace before the yoke starts chafing.
I will do my level best to convince the Emperor to accept a grave room. That leaves the matter of Ludwine and the Steel Garrote. She will never surrender, Envoy. You must kill her, or we will lose Paradis, and eventually...
Whatever happens to the living lands, at least I can kill Ludwine. I'll take...
She better say her goodbyes, what?
I'm proud to fight at your side.
Let's get to work then.
The Paradis militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter. The future waits for you.
Thank you for deserving.
Show them that the living lands will not be broken.
We will... May all the gods of...
Let's take back the city. Whatever...
Time to stop this...
It's no use. We're overrun. Go on. I won't be slow yet.
Couldn't have done it better. That was a close one.
Kai, weapons ready.
Them. Take the inquisitor.
On to the right.
You're not looking so good.
Quick! Come on! Quick as a fox!
place! Go on. I'll hang back and watch the gate.
Envoy, what are you doing? I thought you left town weeks ago. About time. You're the only one Ludwig. I saw a few on my way. I imagine they've been waiting for this to happen. Listen, one of the Garot's units is scouting up ahead. Maybe 5. Take this key. It'll unlock the gate. Why should I? It's always... I wish someone had stood up to the Steel Garota. Well, you're here now.
My first crush in the game from my earlier videos, LOL.
Stop right there.
Watch your back!
I found you.
Take your best
Take
shot.
me, inquisitor. We're out of company.
That'll teach you!
Wodeca demands your submission. Stand against her and fall!
That's Ludwig ahead. Lead on. I'm with you to the end.
And the moment I've been waiting for since I met the Inquisitor. It's time to see what you really got.
So, you survived? Did you come all this way just to try your luck again? You'll get your chance.
Then what are you waiting?
Look around, Envoy. Heelguard should have listened. He failed.
Her order wields sharp steel. She must...
Gladly. Why prolong? Fair... There's no...
Let's...
What? Your god of flame!
We are every seed in the soil. We will always grow.
This is what we prepared for. No more!
Whoa! Queen among queens! Send to your aid! Grow up!
Another soul!
Again! Help me! One last time! Ethic worth and grow up!
He's ahead. Masam Sude.
Don't abandon me now!
This is it! Face it!
Wherever Ludwine is now, she must be seething.
Of course, we'd be happy to kill her again, if needed.
She's done for. But we're not. Whatever's next, we'll face it. Together.
Gods, you're all gonna make me sick. But carry on.
Unraveled at last. We no longer feel her wire against our flesh. We are free always. We are free forever.
Silence falls over Paradis, as though the city is holding its breath. Then you hear it, the ringing of a distant bell, the waving of banners, and cheers of victory. After a short and bloody conflict, the dust has finally begun to settle. You feel Sapadal close to your thoughts, stirring with interest. The god of the living lands is observing this moment, unfettered by confusion or fear. For the first time in centuries, they understand. The Paradis militia rallies to you, the outsider who defended them in their hour of need. Whatever happens next, you have won their confidence. You take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, you arrived at these shores on a simple errand, which turned out to be anything but simple. The dream scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing and mourning follows. People look to you for answers about the source of the affliction. You tell them the truth, how the plague came from a power beyond mortal understanding, and how it is finally at peace. With your guidance, the Living Lands becomes a vassal of the Adiran Empire. In exchange for their taxes and soldiers, the free settlements are protected from future attacks. The fight for survival is over. The rebels of Paradis are not so fortunate. Over the years, more of their hidden sanctuaries are rooted out by the Emperor's soldiers. Until they have nowhere left to run, they flee or perish. The refugees of Emerald Stair resettle in Thirdborn, bringing their skills and research to aid the local community. What starts as an uneasy partnership blossoms into a bond of trust. Through shared adversity, they find common ground. The ashes of Fior Messiverno continue to smolder. Scavengers avoid the ruins, fearful of spirits unleashed by animancy gone awry. The once promising city is nothing but a cautionary tale. After so much chaos, the people of Shatterscarp find a moment to breathe. As a gesture of goodwill to its grave room, Adir sends a regiment to purge the remaining dream thralls still haunting the wilderness. But with the sound of Adiran cannons in the air, many Thirdborners wonder what their lives will look like when there is no longer a common enemy. After the Living Lands is declared a vassal of Adir, Solace Keep reluctantly opens the doors of its fortress, though not before numerous missives are sent to Mihala demanding the grave room be honored. Her reluctance costs the dwarves. The Pargrunen are never favored in trade negotiations, and are the last to be supplied by Adiran caravans. But the Wardens have rounder bellies than anyone can remember. When Kai returns to Thirdborn, he's no longer running.
He finds a town that's been diminished by struggle, conflict, and tragedy. He finds home. He helps repair Thirdborn's walls and train its defenders, carrying on Tama's legacy. And while his labors do not restore all that was lost, they build something new. With many of his anxieties and lifelong fears addressed, Marius now feels very differently than he did when he first met the envoy. Still far more comfortable in the wilds than among people, he nonetheless finds that his worries about the unknown were merely self-protection against the traumas of his childhood. Armed with this knowledge, he finds himself more capable of living in civilization, and far less fearful of his home in Galawain's tusks. While he never regains his former place as a Warden of Solace, he spends his time traveling between Solace and Thirdborn, acting as a stubborn ambassador between the two. Giatta continues to improve as an animancer. She dedicates her work to the spiritual health of the living lands, nurturing instead of exploiting. Others follow her example, seeking her tutelage from lands far and wide. In the years to come, rumors spread of a secret society gathering in the wilderness, where animancers work in harmony with nature. The dream of Fior Mes Iverno lives on in her. No longer under the threat of imminent death, Yardsley returns to the Animancers. Reunited with her beloved Quilici, she helps him and the Animancers as they put their lives together after the attack on Fior Mes Iverno. Eventually, she even has something nice to say to Vidaro. As the days pass in contentment and relative peace, Yardsley is struck by the persistent feeling that something is missing. Though she still devotes herself to her studies of both the arcane and the godless, the restlessness never goes away. Freed from torment for the first time in centuries, Sapadal turns their prodigious curiosity to the people that shaped them. They observe the ways their people live, and they think deeply about what they see. Though they flinch away from moments of violence, and they grieve souls returned to them too soon, the rage that once shook cities to rubble no longer rules them. Instead, they come to you with questions. They want to understand. After a time, they begin tentatively to garden. Where they can, they improve the lives of Kith, and the suffering that troubled them is reduced, if never fully eradicated. Their grief compels them to love, and they love unreservedly, with the power of a god. Sapadal has questions about what happens tomorrow, and the day after. You do your best to keep them calm, until the voice in your head is little more than a polite whisper. After everything you've been through, you don't mind the company. The sounds of celebration pull you out of reverie. Many are waiting to greet you with open arms. You take a moment to catch your breath and savor it, because everything is about to change.
And that's it. I hope y'all enjoyed the playthrough because I know I did. I'll probably do another one down the road with a different build and different choices. Maybe I'll try out a Villian role in the next. Depending how the next goes, I may make a guide video with a bunch of tips and stuff I learned in it. But until then, I hope y'all enjoyed the playthrough. If there's another game you'd like to see a playthrough, let me know. I think I may do a playthrough of God of War or maybe a Dark Souls.